Now that we have finished our preparations, now we will go into SCSI Domain. As you can see, we have the mini Digibeetle, the aluminum body. And our upper right, we have much less HP and EP than we did back in Mr. Zudicorn's Digibeetle. So the first floor will have just vaccine types, and you can encounter Biomon and Tapirmon. Since we're a data type, we can initially get some levels here, because we can initially take less damage and deal more damage. Now that lime green indicator right there is the treasure box. But right now I want to save all of my MP for when I go and reach the floor with data types, because I'm gonna have a rough time with the boss on this domain. And here I have a Snow Gabumon and a Betamon. Now we have the movement types for where enemy units advance varies on the characteristic. Betamon will not move unless you approach him. He is known as the keep away, while Gabumon is known as the one tile, one move advancer. If I were to get close to the Betamon, you would initially move one tile away from me. While there are some units that would require you can move 2 times for them to move 1. One instance is later on is going to be Unimon. Now I'm going to have trouble with this first battle with level 1 because Snow Gabumon is a virus type, and virus types can corrupt data types. So if possible, I would like to run away. And the last part was pretty chopped up, but I failed to run 3 times from a Tapirmon, so speed does matter. And just as seen as we advanced 1 tile closer, the Betamon was able to walk away. So now floor 3 will initially have Crabmon and Gabumon, but we haven't found one yet. This is a treasure box. We have an HP disc 1. These are very handy in the beginning of the game. Alright, there's a Gabumon. Proof of concept: if you send out a gift level to the appropriate Digimon type, and if they take it, a heart is displayed. You have 3 levels of hearts. You have the small heart, medium heart, and then large heart. Initially it's the same as roughly from playing it from previous times, the ratio seems to go from 10 to 25 to 50%. Also, needs to be noted that in order to recruit, it's the last Digimon that is defeated will have the option to recruit, or the possibility chance. Now, getting into the battle, Patamon has Boom Bubble, or Ninja, while Gabumon will have Blue Blaster. Now initially, in the beginning, Gabumon will only be able to Digivolve into Centaurimon for a couple times. Then he'll be able to Digivolve into something else. Patamon initially has about roughly 5 different Digivolutions he could become. With the first one being Ninjamon, and the last one being Angemon, which changes his attribute from data to vaccine. But now Gabumon is defeated, and now we have the chance to recruit him. And we got Gabumon. need a good... Let's see. I'm thinking... Hyperon. Now, very important is that when you don't have a full party, you need to add to the party immediately through the Digi line, because in the next battle, you will not have your newly recruited Digimon with you. So this Gabumon has a higher attack ratio than its speed. And it's a blue blaster, consumes 4 MP, which is good for when you are running low and you still want to put in attacks, but guard is would be more appropriate if you have a stronger move. And it looks like we might have already been through all the rooms, which means I'm gonna have to autopilot out and come back again. Yep, looks like it. Because there's no way I'm taking out the boss with just Patamon and one Gabumon. That would be a good chance to check up on the Tamers Club. You would have Mr. Zudicorn here. Tell you about a domain will always have the boss, and if the red beacon comes back out, it means it's been revived. He tells you about items that are only sent to the server you gotta send over. And you have Pretty Boy there dancing with his Palmon. Alright, so it's not quite yet, but it's getting close to where we're gonna go. And I will take advantage of the next coming up item for the sake of something that can be used for Digivolution, or save it for something down the road. Now going back to Scuzzy, let's see if we can find a Crabmon, because Crabmon could be Digivolve into a couple Digimon, and the first one right off the bat. Oh no. I walked right into that. Yep, like I was saying, Crabmon at first will Digivolve into Corsolamon, which is a really hard name because there's so many different ways you can depict it. Corsolamon, Corsaliamon. But the Fossil Bite is a pretty good attack, despite having it's a 10 MP move.